It's the secret book. And that's how Spirit will Carmen. There she is, right behind you the whole damn time, right? In the shadows, just waiting. Darn complex. I'm done with work. Can we meet up? I'll see you in court. So there's a lot of things that she's hiding and or, again, keeping secret when it comes to him. Rigged games. How does Jay-Z currently feel about Beyonce? Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey. Let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message for Safaree, Nicki Minaj, and her husband Kenneth. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are always here, welcome back, friend. So Spirit is acknowledging right off the back that this is a nuisance. This is provocation, gossip, hassle, freeloading, and an opportunist. One and or all of them could reside near water. Spirit is also acknowledging water sign and or emotional. This nuisance, well, that just deals my pickle. Someone being a nuisance to the other makes one totally content. It's a yes, success, wishes granted, mystery, I'm say mysterious, joyous resolution. They have the crazy eyes, okay? And the crazy eyes, and I look at the eyes and I see where the white is showing. It makes me feel like someone could be dealing with some kind of physical ailment, physical need that needs to not just be brought to the surface, but needs medical attention, okay? Physical, like mental. How does Nicki Minaj currently feel about Safaree? Spirit is already acknowledging that he has ancestors from a different country, different continent. Thank you. Spirit is acknowledging that when it comes to him, she's acknowledging come to Jesus moment. This is being communicated upon. It does affect the solar plexus energy. There needs to be truthful communication, integrity, divine intervention, surrender, and reconciliation. She said that she should have walked away from him and this energy of him, be that in the area of business or passion, a long time ago. With kiss my grits, no thank you, walk away, refusal, know your worth, self-respect, and strength. She's also acknowledging when it comes to him that there's this obstacle, and it feels very layered, that she could have overcame and or he, but one and or both have stayed on the side, eating the grass because they thought the grass was greener, fulfilling their heart chakra. Ultimately, it's keeping them from their purpose, their strength, their resilience, their peace, their shelter. Okay? There's boredom here, monotony, small-mindedness. Branch out and move on. Novelty is needed. How does Nicki Minaj's husband Kenneth feel about Safaree? Are they still married? He's also acknowledging this is a come to Jesus moment. Let me talk to you real quick, like kind of energy. This is being communicated upon, affecting the throat chakra and the solar plexus energy, the power in the belly to do what you want to do. But he's acknowledging when it comes to Safaree, truthful communication, integrity, divine intervention, surrender, and reconciliation. He's acknowledging that there's some air sign energy here as well. Whichever way the wind blows, that's the way that he goes, affecting the throat chakra, creating delay. The Spirit says harm, delay, confusion, obstacle. Also affecting the heart chakra, there's delays. It's an obstacle. There's frustration here. I see red letting me know that there's a lot of root chakra, that someone is out of balance in their root chakra, imbalance in the root chakra. Spirit is not invited into the home. Spirit is acknowledging, it doesn't barge in. It's visible. Like I see, I'm observing, but I haven't been, called upon. There's no request. There's no relationship with Spirit. Spirit is acknowledging poor manners, lack of tact, discourtesy, impoliteness, social grace is required. And he's acknowledging that was never a romance when it came to Nicki and Safaree. He's acknowledging contracts, and he's acknowledging he being her husband Kenneth. Are they still married? is acknowledging a bromance. Again, we see water, could be water sign and or not, could just be emotional. I also see that the heart chakra is taking on a lot. The heart chakra is holding on to the solar plexus energy as well as the sexual sacral energy. Higher intuitively, it feels like Safaree, knows this isn't right. But people do what they want to do. People have choices, and the choice that you choose has a consequence, okay? But this was more of mirroring. This was more of contract. This is karmic. This is a bromance, not a romance, okay? And how does Safaree feel about Nicki Minaj and Kenneth? He feels like that's the windy road that they chose, and at any moment you can get off of this windy road if you choose. But until then, that's your business, right? Good choices equal good karma. Bad choices equal bad karma. He's also acknowledging with this relationship, someone is trying to have something over and over and over again. It's repetitive. And the solar plexus, the higher intuitive energy, is on the bottom, acknowledging that one and or both is not listening to their higher intuitive self. Cats have 9 lives. So again, there's this energy of trying over and over and over again. There's also a download that cats are highly intuitive. Cats have a lot of divine feminine energy. And there is something about having a sixth sense and or just like being extremely intuitive, knowing. Okay, someone knows this is a windy road. But they're seeking breakthrough, solution, originality, receptivity, and faith. He's also acknowledging when it comes to these two, their energy, one is a nuisance to the other. One is a freeloader, provocation, gossip, hassle, and an opportunist. And one and or both could live near water sign energy, and or just emotional. What is the energy between these three? There's androgynous energy in reverse. There's a fear of not being accepted, closeted, and secretive. It energetically, it feels like he's popping back on the scene because he knows something that could affect the livelihood of one and or both Nicki and or Kenneth. There is some form of secret, and he is okay with having power right now in knowing that there's something that has been pushed into the closet. There's a secret, and he being Safaree. There's a fear of someone not being accepted if this comes out. This feels like a power move on his part. There's an energy of unknowns, darkness, and an unconscious mind around this relationship that's tacky, cheap, foul, a lack of style, distasteful with taste in reverse. There's also an energy of someone being very unique yet misunderstood, mysterious. Third time we hear mysterious, intriguing, unknown. Second time we hear unknowns. That he's acknowledging that this is a twin flame. This is a mirror match. This is intensity. Fire sign energy could be a fire sign and or not. Could be acknowledging that there is passion but chaos in the area of business, but also in the area of romance. That this is a contract. This is a contract. Wow. And why am I keep saying he? He's also acknowledging, because I feel like I'm speaking on behalf of Safaree, but I'm asking for the energy of all three. There's also this energy of the Ice Queen. Now she is mean, unemotional, rude, with a lack of empathy. So let's dive deeper. How does Nicki Minaj currently feel about Kenneth? Unknown, darkness, unconscious mind. She also feels like this is family. There's a ceremony. There's some form of tradition. It feels like there's marriage. But in the middle of the deck, she's acknowledging that something suddenly happened which brought about surprises. And this is explosive. And this has to do with a third party, a player who's indecisive and disloyal. I choose them. How does Nicki Minaj currently feel about Safaree? She feels like he's a hater, he's jealous, he's been friend-zoned, and his behavior is inappropriate. She also feels like there's rebellion, fear, and that he creates an energy of imbalance. With the you don't own me in reverse. She also feels like he has regrets, that he's missing her, that there's sadness, sleepless nights, and I want you back. How does Kenneth currently feel about He's childish, defensive, foolish, and a juvenile. He's trying to have some form of manifestation and or pregnancy through manipulation. There's something that he's trying to give birth to, a new project, new love, trying to get in alignment, okay? Spirit said there's also cultural differences, and he's missing someone, and that he's sad, he's hurt, he feels betrayed, he feels emotional, sensitive, and he's honoring his feelings. How does Safaree feel about Nicki Minaj? He feels like she's an alien, misunderstood, unknowns, mystery, and intriguing. He's acknowledging that there's been ups and downs, and she has a lot of heart chakra here. He's acknowledging that there's a lack mentality, that she's dealing with something, scarcity, and this is just the beginning phases. He's acknowledging she needs to detox. How does Safaree feel about Kenneth? He feels like there is some form of tradition here, marriage, values, ceremony, groups, and beliefs. Subconsciously, he feels like there's an energy of him being suffocated by this group, by this tradition, by this vow, by this marriage, and that he's needy and he's making someone wait. He also is acknowledging that he's gone on some dates. There's some courtship, there's some photos, there's some information that Safaree knows about Kenneth that, see, it just feels like Safaree knows something that Kenneth doesn't want to be exposed. Overall energy for Nicki Minaj, Safaree, and Kenneth. Starved for attention because of empty promises and feeling voided. There are thorns present. Handle with care. Roses remind me of love, and so it's like, don't touch it. And someone needs to get grounded. Someone needs to get rooted. In this situation, someone is acknowledging that there's an opportunity for them to embrace a fresh day, a new opportunity, because something new begins. Someone has something on the other. This is why they feel so comfortable to pop out and show. Nicki Minaj, Kenneth, and Safaree. We do get the energy of a mountain, acknowledging ups and downs. 6 is significant. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the river, water sign energy, and or could be emotional, that flows around mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you do decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. In this situation, there's an obstacle with these 3, and it is huge. And someone is like, what are we going to do? How do we fix this? What is the tea between Safaree, Kenneth, and Nicki Minaj? There's a grudge holder in the mix. And this has to do with a happiness hater. It has to do with marriage. It has to do with a third party. It has to do with that. Okay? And someone feels a thief. They feel robbed, lost, theft, physical and or emotional. Somebody knows. What is Safaree's tea on Nicki Minaj? Thank you. Somebody's been creeping. They last chance. They lost their chance, or you did. Oh, what is Safaree's tea on Kenneth? Oh, okay. There's an energy of ignoring, being a toxic, obsessive lover, dangerous, toxic, unhealthy, possessive, and karmic. The tea on Kenneth, Safaree's tea. Oh, somebody's been getting paid. Okay. There's ego getting in the way of relationship between the queen and the king. Hurt ego. And there's some hustling. It has to do with money, making it rain, focused on money, getting the money. Ashe to the ancestors, Ashe to the universe. Nicki Minaj's current energy. Inspired, feeling very creative, holding this wand in the area of business and also in the area of passion. But there is passion and chaos here. There's also this energy of a lot of fire sign, lots of intensity, okay? Having power. Unfortunately, with the Ten of Swords, she's also dealing with recovery from having so much power and also feeling like there's an inevitable end when it comes to business and or passion. A fear of ruin. She is currently satisfied emotionally. However, I do see the arms are folded at the solar plexus area and also at the heart chakra. So there's imbalances and delays in both. And there's also this energy of, I'm content even though things are not well. It's not going well. And there's something about her and there's all this green, all this heart chakra, fulfilling the heart chakra. It consumes all the other chakras, if that makes sense. It creates a lot of delay, a lot of obstacle for the other chakras to vibrate and or move. It's overpowering. It's over consuming. Okay. What is the current energy for Safaree? The Empress is in reverse, creative blocks, delays. He doesn't feel open. He doesn't feel at peace. There is some kind of obstacle as well. There's dependence on others right now. And this does affect his job. This does affect how he makes money. Subconsciously, he's focused on making money, but it seems like every time he tries to push something out, put something out, it gets denied, right? He's working hard. He's really engaged, but it gets denied. It feels like there's manipulation. It feels like there's some form of brouhaha being played with his energy. Okay, yep, the family is unhappy, and maybe this is where this energy is coming from with the Four of Wands, throwing water on the flame in the area of business and also in the area of passion. Passionate, but yet chaotic. This home is not a home. The home is not happy. There's a breakdown in communication when it comes to family and transition. Okay. His money is bothered. Kenneth, current energy. Kenneth is sowing seeds and waiting to reap a reward. He's being very patient. Where's the money? How do I fulfill my heart chakra? How do I create boundaries? Okay. How? Because he's sown seeds and he's just waiting. He's preserving his energy. He has a vision. He's seeking profit and reward, investment. But Spirit says subconsciously, there's an unhappy energy within him, but there's also unhappy energy around this. There's a temporary intensity that creates depression because of a lack of success. You were not successful. Spirit is also acknowledging he won't do the inner work, the shadow work. He won't listen to his higher intuitive self to go inward, go into hermit mode. Virgo energy is on this card. Earth sign energy is on this card. There's a loss of money, a loss of feeling like your boundaries have been trampled upon. But then there's also this energy of, so there's an energy because of this that he's in isolation, lonely, and wanting to withdraw. Complete opposite of what his energy felt like when I've done other readings on him and Nicki Minaj. This energy feels very weak. What is their biggest obstacle? Nicki Minaj, Safaree, and Kenneth. I read biggest obstacle in reverse: weakness, self-doubt, lack of self-discipline, with a strength card in reverse. With the Six of Swords, cannot move on. Carrying baggage is also an obstacle. Nowhere to go, delays. With the Magician card in reverse, manipulation, poor planning. See, someone is definitely playing with the other. There's some form of power, but there's also this form of manipulation. I know something you don't want them to know. What's next for Nicki Minaj and Safaree and Kenneth? Someone's going to have an idea and they're going to go for it. They're going to go full steam ahead, balls to wall. Okay? very action oriented, and they're going to start talking with the Knight of Swords. This is going to create a breakdown in teamwork, a breakdown in finances, a breakdown in the heart chakra, a breakdown in boundaries. Okay, this is a lack of teamwork. It is going to mess up something for someone else. Okay, someone is not going to be hopeful. The Aquarius energy is in reverse. Someone is going to have a lack of faith, feeling very discouraged and in despair, in fact. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.